The story is called The Immortal in Sheep Clothing. Ji had learned the magical arts from the celestial mountain, called celestial pillar. He was specially adept at shape-shifting and could summon ghosts and spirits. In the big book called The Monkey Go to the West, Xuan Zhuang, the monkey who is the disciple of Xuan Zhuang, great master, he can shape-shift himself also. Now this man named Ji, he also learned many stuff like that. Yes. We have one here, one Chinese guy who can summon ghosts and stuff. Yeah, and spirit. He could do that. We have some ghosts around, a little bit down here. And he saw them and he said to them, "You don't disturb my master ashram, eh?" They said, No, we're just passing by, we just passed by. Some of them scared of him. Now this man learned the art of shape-shifting and also summon ghosts and spirits. Okay. Now, there was a man, a prime minister of the Han Empire at that time. His name is Cao Cao. He heard about Ji, who had magical power, and he wanted to meet him. When Ji arrived at the court of this prime minister said to him, "You demonstrate to me some of your magical skills." So the magician said, "My pleasure." He do that. And then after seeing some of the marvels that Ji could perform, Cao Cao asked the magician if he could survive a year without food and water. So Ji said, "Okay, you lock me in a cell and find out." After a year, when Ji was released, the magician still looked well-fed and healthy, like the day he came in. Another time, Cao Cao threw a large banquet that was attended by many high-ranking officials and diplomats. When the food was brought to the tables, the prime minister remarked, "I would love to have such and such thing, In this case, is ginger from Sichuan." So, "No problem," said Ji. Immediately pour some fresh Sichuan ginger from his pocket. Another time, Cao Cao and his friends were touring the countryside. At midday, they were all hungry. So Cao Cao was about to order the servants to go in the nearest town to buy food when Ji told him, "Let me take care." So he took out a piece of meat and a flask of wine from a basket nearby. It wasn't there, He distributed the meat and the wine to all those present, and everyone ate to their heart's content. A lot of it. One small basket, he kept taking out of it. These are magical power. Nowadays, we still have this kind of magician, right? In India or in China or Taiwan, we still have some that you can manifest things. So I guess this guy didn't have to work, He just manifests his food every day, I wonder how he does it. Maybe he go and take it somewhere else. He took it from other places. Or maybe he can manifest it from the cosmos energy. Just like the plant grow from nothing, Just put it in the earth and then it take a little bit of water, a little bit of sun, and then it become an apple. And the same plot a few meters away or a meter away, he plant something else, he took a little water, a little soil, a little sun, and then it come out an orange. Or anything else. This is also really a magical power of the earth. That's the offering of the nature. So if we don't make use of this magical force, it's really pity, Now, remember Cao Cao and his subordinates were walking in the countryside and they were hungry? Yeah. And then he just manifests everything, meat and wine, all that for everybody to eat until the heart content from a small basket. We heard something like that from Jesus as well. Except it wasn't meat, It was maybe some grapes or some condiment or some relish, they call it, to accompany the bread, at those times. Anyway, the word from there is not fish, definitely. The word is not fish, yeah? Whatever that was is a relish or a condiment, but it wasn't fish. Of course, there was sometimes the word written two ways, you can also interpret it as fish as well. But why should Jesus want fish? Yeah, when he told all his fishermen to come follow him, to fish men instead. So it's kind of not logical. You capish? All right. After the countryside walk and the magician manifests so much food for everybody to eat, this man, the Prime Minister Cao Cao, begin to feel threatened. I told you, magical power is not always good for you. People feel scared of you. What if he want to kill me, right? What if one day he manifests some poison and kill me and then take my position as Prime Minister? Yeah. This is the thing with this politician that time. You see, because he loved to be Prime Minister, he loved to be in a high position in the court. So anybody he think also want the same thing. For example, the homeless dogs, if he found a bone, real bone, and he was eating it, if you go near him, he will growl and scare you off. You see, because he think you want the bone. Yeah. So people, when they love something so much, they think everybody else love the same. Yeah? And they guard it very well. They really fight with their life to keep it. Whatever you like, you think everybody else likes. And that is the problem of our world. That's why we have war, we have problem with neighbors, we have jealousy, we have business trouble and all that because of all this misconception and all this illusion about what is precious. Just like every mother thinks that their child is the best looking and the best child in the world. And all the dogs lovers think their dogs are the best, the most clever and the most, anything. I think my dogs are the most lovely. Yeah, also. Yes, I love them so much, so much. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the Prime Minister, okay? So now, after witnessing so many magical power from this man, Cao Ji, Cao Cao, the Prime Minister, began to feel worry, threatened. All kind of things going in his head about this man, But it was him in the beginning who wanted to see this guy, yeah? It was him who wanted to amuse himself with all this magical power from other guy and invited him over. But now he saw him so powerful, he began to be scared. Oh, funny, no? Yeah. So, now he was thinking to himself, this guy, he has so much power. What if he decided to support the enemies, my enemies, the Prime Minister enemy? So he secretly plotted to kill the magician. But when Cao Cao's soldiers went to Cao Chi's home, the magician immediately vanished into a wall. He can shape-shift himself, disintegrate the molecules of his bodies, and go through the holes of the wall. Because everything, even though it looks solid, but there's always molecules in it. Always some hole somewhere, very small, tiny. So he disintegrates his molecules and disappear into the wall. After that, of course, he resembles himself again, Don't try, okay? This is a very solid, a very solid wall. I didn't teach you this kind of thing. The following week, Cao Cao spies reported that Cao Qi is in the marketplace. But when the soldiers arrived to get him, all the citizens there looked like Cao Qi. So not wanting to arrest the wrong person and anger the people, Cao Cao ordered the soldier back to their quarter. What to do? Arrest the whole market? Yeah? And then evoke, people's anger and revolution? No, he doesn't want that. A few days later, again, the spies reported to the prime minister that they have seen Cao Qi on a hillside in the city of Yang. So, wow, Cao Cao immediately led his soldiers to kill the magician. But when they arrived on the mountain, they saw Cao Qi disappear into a flock of sheep. Yeah? Cao Cao now knew there was nothing he could do. So he told his men to forget about killing this man. Hearing that, one of the sheep stood up on its hind legs and asked, "Is this true?" The man forgot. Yeah. So then Cao Cao immediately shouted, "Shoot that sheep!" Yeah. But before the soldiers could pull their bows, all the sheep were standing on their hind leg and asked at the same time in unison, "Is that true?" So after that, surely the prime minister gave up trying to kill Cao Qi. Concerning Cao Qi himself, he had his field of entertaining government officials. So he left the capital and disappeared into the mountains. Cao Qi, he was born and lived during the later part of the Han Dynasty, when Cao Cao was the prime minister, and he was actually the all-powerful there, behind the king. He was prime minister, but he controlled all the power, yes. And later, even though Cao Cao did not take the throne from the king, but later his son, Cao Bei, deposed the king and then made himself a king. So you see, they are a very ambitious family. And therefore, they're so afraid of Cao Qi. But the thing is, they're so stupid, Such a good man, they should have treated him nicely. Then he would never go out and support the enemies. What for? Yeah? If he's treated nicely and respectfully and care and love over there, then he would be there. Why should he go to the enemy, huh? And then, if this man even want to become prime minister, then he would have been doing it long ago already. Why does he have to go there and just be an ordinary citizen and entertain the prime minister instead? You see what I mean? So people are like that. People, they just think about you the way they are, yeah? Whatever in their heart they think you are. If they're bad, they think you are bad. If they're negative, they think you're negative, yeah? So maybe one day our whole planet will become just positive people. And then we just have positive energy, and then our world will become better. Heaven at least.